Hello everyone, this is Harshit and welcome back to Square One. In this video, let us take up the second exercise, which is 1.2. But before we start, let me tell you that when I have written a question, pause the video first and try to do the questions on your own before I begin the solution. Let us see the first question. A book exhibition was held for 4 days in a school. The number of tickets sold at the counter on the first, second, third and final day was respectively 1094, 1812, 2050 and 2071. Find the total number of tickets sold on all the 4 days. Now we have to find the total number of tickets sold on all the 4 days. We have been given the number of tickets sold on the first, second, third and the final day. Then we will add all of them and we will get the solution. Let us see the solution. I have written the number of tickets sold on the first day, second day, third day and the fourth day as the numbers they were given in the question. Now to find out the total number of tickets sold on the all 4 days, we have to find the sum of all these numbers. Okay, 1094 plus 1812 plus 2050 plus 2751. We have to find the sum of all these numbers, which is 7707. Second question says, Shekhar is a famous cricket player. He has so far scored 6980 runs in test matches. He wishes to complete 19,000 runs. How many more runs does he need? Now we see that Shekhar has scored 6980 runs. That means I have written runs scored by Shekhar is equal to 6980. He wishes to complete 19,000 runs. So I have written runs Shekhar wants to complete is equal to 19,000. How many more runs does he need? So to find out how many more runs he needs, we have to find out the difference between these numbers. That is, runs needed by him will be 19,000 minus 6,980, which will be 12,020. The third question says, in an election, the successful candidate registered 5,77,500 votes and his nearest rival secured 3,48,700 votes. By what margin did the successful candidate win the election? Now in this question, we have been given the number of votes that the successful candidate, that means the person who has been elected or who has been chosen as the first candidate, got 5,77,500 votes, and his nearest rival, that means the second person, got the number of votes 3,48,700. By what margin did the successful candidate win the election? That means we have to find out how by what difference did the successful candidate win the election. So we have to find out the difference between these two numbers. In questions like when we have to find out how much more or when we have to find out the margin, we have to subtract the numbers. Okay, we have to find out the difference. First, we write down whatever is given to us. We have been given votes registered by successful candidate as 5,77,500. Then we have been given the votes registered by rival, which are 3,40,700. Now we have to find out the margin of win. Okay, by how much margin did it win? So we have to find out the difference between 5,77,500 and 3,48,700. We have to find out the difference between these two numbers, which is 2,28,800. The next question says, Kirti bookstore sold books worth rupees 2,85,891 in the first week of June and books worth rupees 4,788 in the second week of the month. How much was the sale for the 2 weeks together? In which week was the sale greater and by how much? Now we have been given details of a bookstore that they sold books worth rupees 2,85,891 in the first week of June and books worth rupees 4,788 in the second week of the month. So how much was the sale for the 2 weeks together? To find this out, we have to add them up. Okay, we have to add these numbers and we will get the sale for the 2 weeks together. Together means we have to find out the total of these numbers. So sale in the first week is 2,85,891. Sale in the second week is 4,788. Now sale for the 2 weeks means we have to add them up. That is 2,85,891 plus 4,788 and we get the answer as rupees In which week was the sale greater? We have to compare both the numbers. Which of them is greater? We see the first place, this one is 4 and this one starts from 2. That means this number is greater. So we had more sale in the second week of June. In which week was the sale greater and by how much? So we find out the difference between these two numbers. So the margin of sale is rupees 3,14,897. We found out the difference and we got the answer. Now we see the fifth question. Find the difference between the greatest and the least 5-digit number that can be written using the digits 62743 each only once. Now we have already done this type of question, but still I will tell you the solution. First we write down the greatest 5-digit number that can be written using these digits. The greatest 5-digit number starts from the greatest digits and then we go on. Smallest 5-digit numbers will start from 2 and it will go on in the increasing order. They are both the reverse of each other. Now the difference between these two numbers will be 76432 minus 23467, which is 52965. So this is 52,965. Question number 6 is, a machine on an average manufactures 2,825 screws a day. How many screws did it produce in the month of January 2006? Now don't forget to pause the video when I have written a question and try it on your own before I give the solution. In this question, a machine produces 2,825 screws in one day. That means to find out the number of screws produced in the month of January. Okay. Irrespective of year, there are always 31 days in January. So we have to find out the number of screws produced in 31 days. So number of screws produced in one day is equal to 2,825. Number of screws produced in January 2006 will be 31 multiplied by 2,825 because there are 31 days in January every year. So we find out the product as the answer is 87,575. In the next question, a merchant had rupees 78,592 with her. She placed an order for purchasing 40 radio sets at rupees 1200 each. How much money will remain with her after the purchase? Now we have to find out how much money will remain with her when she has done the purchase. Okay, we have been given the cost of one radio set, which is 1200. Then we find out the cost of 40 radio sets by multiplying 40 and 1200. Once we find out the total cost or the total money she pays, we can find out the difference between the numbers 78,592 and the money she pays. Then we will get the difference and the solution will be how much money remains with her. Now merchant had money is equal to rupees 78,592. Cost of one radio set is rupees 1200. Then cost of 40 such radio sets will be 40 multiplied by 1200. We multiply both the numbers and we get the answer as 48,000 is the cost of 40 radio sets. Now she pays this much money. So the money she has left with her is the difference between these two numbers. Okay. She has the total money this much with her and she pays this much. Then the money left will be 78,592 minus 48,000 is equal to rupees 30,592. In question number 8, a student multiplied 7,236 by 65 instead of multiplying by 56. By how much was his answer greater than the correct answer? Now a student multiplied 7,236 by 65 instead of multiplying by 56. That means he had to multiply 7,036 by 56. By how much was his answer greater than the correct answer? Now to find out by how much was his answer greater, that means we have to find out the difference between these two products. Now I have told you that now in this question we will be using brackets. Okay, instead of finding out both the products, both the multiplications, and then we find out the difference, instead of that we will directly multiply 7,236 by the difference of 65 and 56. Okay. Now I have told you that we can write 7 into 5 minus 2 as 7 into 5 minus 7 into 2. I taught you this in the use of brackets. In a similar way, we can do the opposite. If I have been given 7 into 5 minus 7 into 2, I can write this as 7 into 5 minus 2. Okay. So I have used this concept. I have been given 7236 multiplied by 65 minus 7236 multiplied by 56. I make use of this concept and I have written directly 7236 multiplied by 65 minus 56. Okay, I have written this here. 7236 is common, so I have taken it out. Now 7236 multiplied by 65 minus 56 is 9. So I multiply this and I get the answer as 65,124. The next question says, to stitch a shirt 2 meters 15 centimeter cloth is needed. Out of 40 meter cloth, how many shirts can be stitched and how much cloth will remain? Now we have been given a bundle of cloth of 40 meter length. 2 meter 15 centimeter is used to stitch one shirt. Now we have to find out how many shirts of 2 meter 15 centimeter can be stitched in 40 meter. Okay, we have to divide them. We will get the quotient will be our answer, and how much cloth will remain, we will find the difference. Okay, now cloth needed for one shirt is 2 meter 15 centimeter. We know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. That means 200 meter is equal to 200 centimeter, and adding 15 centimeter we get the answer as 215 centimeter. This is the length of cloth we need for one shirt. Total cloth we have is 40 meter, and 40 meter will be 40 into 100 centimeter, which means 4000 centimeter. So the number of shirts that can be stitched will be 4000 divided by 215. We find this division. We get the answer as 18,130 upon 215. Now we have to find out the total number of shirts that can be stitched. That means we have to find out the complete shirt that can be stitched. This is a part of shirt, 130 upon 15. So the total number of shirts that can be stitched will be 18 shirts only. Okay, we cannot include a part of a shirt. Okay, we have to only tell about the completed shirts. To find out how much cloth will remain, we have to find out the cloth used in making 18 shirts, which will be 18 multiplied by 215. 215 centimeter of cloth is used in one shirt. That means to find out how much cloth is used in 18 shirts, we have to multiply 18 with 215, and the answer we get is 3870. Okay, now how much cloth is remaining? Total cloth was 4000 centimeters. We have used up 3870. That means the remaining cloth will be the difference of these two numbers. We get the answer as 130 centimeter. Always write the unit, which is centimeter. We converted both the numbers in centimeter. We were given 40 meter and 2 meter 15 centimeter. We could not have divided meter by meter and centimeter, so we converted the numbers into centimeter, so it becomes easy for us to divide. In the next question, we have medicine is packed in boxes, each weighing 4 kg 500 gram. We have medicine boxes, each weighing 4 kg 500 gram. How much such boxes can be loaded in van which cannot carry beyond 400 kg? We have a van which cannot carry more than 800 kg. That is, the maximum weight van can carry is 800 kg. Weight of one medicine box is 4 kg 500 gram. To find out the number of boxes that can be carried in van will be, we find out the quotient of these numbers, that is, we find out the division of these numbers. Weight of one box is equal to 4 kg 500 gram. Again we have kilogram and gram, and here also we have kilogram, so we convert these numbers into gram. Now 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram, so 4 kilogram is equal to 4000 gram plus 500 gram, so that means weight of one box is equal to 4500 gram. Now maximum weight in van is equal to 800 kilogram. Again we convert this into gram. 800 multiplied by 1000 gram, so it becomes 8 lakh gram. To find out the number of boxes that can be carried, we divide 8 lakh with 4500 and we get the answer as 177.77. Again we have to find out the number of boxes. That means we have to tell the number of complete boxes, okay, that can be carried. So we can only put 177 boxes. We cannot break a box and put it. We are asked about the complete boxes. Question number 11 is the distance between the school and the student's house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. Every day she walks both ways. Find the total distance covered by her in 6 days. Now the distance between school and student's house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. She walks both ways, that means she goes to school and then she returns back. That means we have to multiply this by 2. Find the total distance covered by her in 6 days. Now when we multiply this number by 2, we get the total distance covered by her in 1 day. To find out the distance covered by her in 6 days, we multiply that number by 6. So write the solution. Distance between school and house is 1 kilometer 875 meter. We convert this in meter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1000 plus 875 is equal to 1875 meter. Distance covered by her in 1 day is equal to 2 multiplied by 1875 because she walks both ways. She goes to school and then returns back. We get the answer as 3750 meter. Then the distance covered in 6 days will be 6 multiplied by 3750 meter. We find out the distance covered in 1 day, 3750. Then we find out that distance covered in 6 days as 6 multiplied by 3750, which will be 21,500 meter. We again convert this in kilometer and meter. 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer and 21,000 meter will be 21 kilometer. So this becomes 21 kilometer 500 meter. Now the last question we have is a vessel has 4 liter and 500 milliliter of curd. In how many glasses each of 25 ml capacity can it be filled? Now we have glasses of 25 ml capacity. Ml means milliliter. We have many glasses of 25 milliliter capacity. Total curd is 4 liter and 500 milliliter. To find out the number of glasses, we divide this number by 25 ml and the quotient will be our answer. Capacity of vessel is 4 liter 500 milliliter. We know that 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. So 4 liter is equal to 4000 milliliter. Plus 500 milliliter, we get 4500 milliliter as the capacity of vessel. Capacity of each glass is 25 ml. To find out the number of glasses, we divide 4500 by 25 and we get the answer as 180 glasses. Now we have finished the second exercise. In the next video, we will be taking up the last exercise, which is 1.3. Try to do the questions on your own of the third exercise. Now wait until the next video comes out. Until then, thank you and bye-bye.